have 0 wind. Well, I'm exaggerating. We have 5 knots of wind, which means that that's true wind speed, which means with our apparent wind, we have no wind. So we have no sails up. I think we're about 400 nautical miles away from the Marquesas now, so we've been running the engine for about 20 hours, no, maybe a bit less, 18 hours now.
We had this beautiful friendly mahi-mahi come and swim with us next to the boat.
She was the same speed as the boat, and every now and again we'd disturb a school of flying fish and she would dart off to catch them.
Incredible experience having a wild creature accompany us in their natural habitat. She stayed alongside our boat for 2 full days.
I think I missed that far Last night we had an alarm go off on the starboard engine whilst that was running. We just had the starboard engine running, not the port one. And it was a battery alarm. Basically it was indicating that there wasn't any charge being put back into the battery banks from the alternator. So we switched off that engine and we started the port engine. We've been motoring on the port engine because there's absolutely no wind out here. And now I've just opened up the starboard engine to have a look at what's wrong. Basically the fan belt has gone, so it's made a bit of a mess in the engine compartment. So we're going to clean up the mess first and then I'm going to replace the fan belt, and then hopefully she'll be good to go again, as that's the engine with the most fuel available at the moment. So I'd like to use that one again. I'm going to show you what that engine compartment looks like. A little bit of a mess now, and also just want to say always carry these sort of things as spares. Fan belts, filters, oil filters, all that sort of thing, anodes. So luckily we've got some spares here. This is my spares box over here, well, one of the spares box I should say. So we've got 3 spare fan belts in here at the moment, impellers, anodes, all sorts of things. So we'll be using some of those. We've just emptied out the engine compartment. On top of the sound insulation boards on the back we store some stuff like spare oil, coolant, etc. And that all sits on top of the engine compartment over here. I don't know if you can see, but there's lots of little black bits down on the bottom there. I'm going to clean all of that up, clean the engine down, and I'm going to take the fan belt cover off and put the new fan belt on, and then start her up and check that she's happy again. You can see the fan belt, that's sticking out over there. So there she is, or part of it. The rest will be in there somewhere, so we're going to give it a good clean up and get sorted out again. Engine compartment's cleaned, got rid of all the black debris from the fan belt that parted, and then obviously this is the new fan belt that we just installed here. I'm happy with the tension on that, similar to what the other one used to be, and I'm just going to fit the cover on the outside of this, and then we can run the engine and test that it's all working again.
As we had no wind, it was time to fill the tanks with all the extra diesel we had brought along with us from Panama. Luckily, the sea state was super calm, which allowed for a quick and easy transfer from the cans to the tanks.
So I did a little video clip on Navionics just showing this layout of these, what we think are fishing markers that have AIS. And here's a little buoy in between the AIS markers that we're coming up to. We want to just cross out of this line of AIS markers into the big blue, the safe big blue for tonight before the sun goes down. So we've done a 90-degree turn and we're heading straight across this fishing line. We've got the sail out, we've got the engine on at the moment, and I'm about to put it into neutral, and we're just going to sail across, and we're going to keep a close eye out on what's happening below the boat. And there's the buoy over there. One thing we don't want to be doing is this in the middle of the night or once the sun's gone down, because we can't actually see what's going on, and we don't know where these fishing nets, how they link up. So if we can do something in daylight, we stand a better chance of doing it safely. Still looking for the buoys and the nets. Hopefully we're going to cross safely in the next minute or two.
We have a huge pod of dolphins come to say hello today. They are everywhere. Wow. So many of them. Have you counted them, boy? You counted them.
Too many. Wow, they're huge.
But he likes you. Guy looks up at you every now and then.
I'm going on that side.
Just hold on. A lot of practicing their synchronized swimming. Watch. Whoa.
So we have the genoa out, but there's literally 4 knots of wind, well, probably even 3 apparent, so it's just about filling, and you can see by the sea state there's absolutely no wind out here. So we've been motoring for 2 days. We've got another 2 days to go, and we really hope that this wind picks up so that we can do some sailing, because to finish it off with a great sail, this Pacific crossing would be absolutely incredible. And when you get a bit of a breeze and a flat sea state like this, you can have some really amazing sailing. So here's to hoping for some wind, praying for some wind turning up. Today we've just been cleaning up the boat a little bit, getting ready for our arrival. We've got to scrub the deck still, but we've been polishing stainless steel. Okay, so tell us, Dylan, how's the passage been for you? It's been good for Dylan. For Nathan?
A bit long.
Well, let's elaborate a bit. What was the best part?
Me.
Ah!
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, catching the mahi.
Catching the mahi. That
Looking
was
at
the
this
best.
beautiful sunset behind you.
Well, actually,
Okay.
we didn't catch the mahi. Minaj catched the mahi. Come look.
And for you, Nathan, what was the best part?
Minaj catching the mahi.
Not the marlin?
Oh, the marlin was amazing. He was just sitting here.
And for Mummy,
For Mummy,
what was the best part?
best part was the mahi-mahi swimming part.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Yes, yeah, that was
Can you
amazing.
take care of Mickey Minaj?
Have you checked your footage or
Okay. I'm going to show you where I'm going to sleep tonight. By the
Okay.
way, I was not forced to do this.
Right, tonight Nathan is sleeping in the front locker on the port side.
I was not forced.
Not quite sure why.
It's just very, very comfy. I want to take the next
Okay, hold it steady, it's filming.
Hello. If you're wondering that it's not the most comfortable, it is amazingly comfortable. Just my feet up there, hold down in the little hole there, snooze away.
So Nathan's retreating to his cabin, sleeping with all sorts of things. Got another 2 days and we're going to arrive in the Marquesas, so we're all very excited. All we need now is our little breeze, but that hasn't materialized, so we just got the genoa out and the engine running. Beautiful sunset tonight, absolutely amazing. So under 200 miles to go, and we've got a number of boats there, friends of ours waiting, and we are looking forward to seeing them, because it does sound incredible there. They've been in touch via satellite, so we've had some emails from them and they're having an amazing time.
I didn't end up sleeping in the front locker, as Mum and Dad did not think it was safe enough for me to go out there in pitch dark. Plus it meant that I had to walk to the front at night, which is something I'm never allowed to do unless we're in a marina or at anchor.
One day to go and we will be in the Marquesas. Beautiful sunrise this morning. And we've just had some great wind. We've been cruising along at 7 or 8 knots. Sadly it's all dying down now, so we've just had to lower the mainsail again because there's not enough wind to keep that main full and it's flogging. Our distance to the closest island from where we are now is only 70 nautical miles away, so not that far. We are nearly there. And the distance over there, you can see the squall line or cloud line that's just come over us. That's given us all the wind this morning. So we had some great sailing, but sadly that's gone now. But in the distance on our port side, there is another cloud bank coming, so maybe we'll get some more wind later. Well, this is going to be our last sunset on our Pacific crossing. So tomorrow morning or lunchtime-ish we should arrive in the Marquesas. We're really looking forward to getting there. So yeah, that's the last sunset for a while. And this is our view at the moment. Quite a bit of clouds there on the horizon. And yeah, we're just looking forward to getting there now. And today we've spent most of the day polishing stainless steel, cleaning a bit of the deck on the stern there, and tomorrow we're going to clean the main deck and the saloon roof over there as well. Get some fresh water on it, scrub it down, and yeah, then we're pretty much going to be ready to drop anchor and relax a little bit. Have a beer finally, because we haven't had any beers or wine on this whole passage, so 4 weeks without a drink. It's like dry Jan, I guess. But yeah, we're looking forward to sitting down, having a beer and a glass of wine with some friends who are already there, and celebrating this amazing passage that we've done. So yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. Very much so indeed. Can't wait. Seen a bit more bird life now today as well, which is quite interesting. So obviously close enough to these islands. I think we've got about 60 nautical miles to go before we're at the first island. So I'm not surprised that we're starting to see birds, a couple of frigate birds and other birds which I'm not quite sure what they are. But yeah, all very exciting indeed. So till tomorrow.
And in front of us, you can just see amongst the clouds is Nuku Hiva, and we have already passed our Hiva. So now we're just preparing for our arrival, getting the anchor ready, packing the sails away, getting ourselves ready, showered, presentable again after so long, just the 4 of us. So yeah, exciting. Two hours to go. Is it 2 hours to go? Yeah. 2 hours to go.
What are you doing?
Scared.
What, you're going to go and rob the place as soon as we arrive?
Yeah.
Was that to scare the bird away from landing on top of the mast?
Not just on top of the mast,
Okay. So we just had a bird trying to land on top of the mast on our expensive Raymarine wind instruments. So we were all shouting and banging, trying to scare him off. Eventually he went, but that could have been an expensive little exercise for us. And a difficult landing for him too. There it is, Nuku Hiva. We've still got about another 8 miles to go. We're only doing 4.5 knots, so call it 2 hours to get to the entrance of the bay. So a little bit of a sail still, but now we are in no rush. We can enjoy the scenery, just trying to get the boat ready and enjoying this amazing view. You can see 3 islands from the boat at the moment, but this one obviously is the clearest as we're the closest to this one. A lot of cloud cover over it.
For school that day I had to draw out a nautical chart showing the different ocean contour lines. It was so fun.
And there the Marquesas through the window, look at that, nearly there. Oh.
Nathan's busy raising the Q flag. We're about to arrive in French Polynesia. We haven't checked in yet, and because we haven't checked in yet, we need to raise the yellow flag, which tells them that we're new to the country and we need to go to immigration still. Or immigration, some countries immigration comes to you.
Hopefully they'll come to us.
It's much easier if we go to them, because then we're allowed off the boat.
We are here finally, very excited. It was quite a trip.
Well, we had a bit of everything really. We had calm weather, we had bad weather, we had windy weather.
But I think, yeah, if you put it into terms of nice days sailing though, I would say it was a handful, like 6-7 days of nice days sailing. The rest was pretty unpleasant, or no wind at all. Atlantic was better. Yes. Yes. Anyway, we're here now. Thank goodness. Look at that flat sea in front and the sheltered bay. Soon we won't be rocking around. What an island.
As we entered the bay, we had our friends from Why Not and Bridestar come out in their dinghies to welcome us in. It was so lovely to see them and to finally be there.
Hey! Oh, thanks for the nice welcome!
Good to see you!